What's up, people? Don't need to have that chat open because we're only live on YouTube. Oh man, what you doing?
I'm correcting myself.
Oh man, I hate these chairs.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Yep.
You can put these in the man cave and bring the black ones back in. Sucks because how much we spent on them. We could keep them in the house and use them because they have function.
They do.
They work really well as massage chairs, but not very. If they didn't lean back, like if they just sat up, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
I can't make it not lean though. There's not like a lock
There's
down
no
there.
locking mechanism.
We don't have anything planned today, guys. We're going to just hang out and bullshit with you guys. So questions, comments, whatever you want to do, we here for it.
Thank you, Whisper. I appreciate that.
Could auction them on Discord. These chairs were $2,000 a piece.
Yeah.
I'm keeping them out of pure fucking spite because of how expensive they were. It definitely works. Again, like if we were just kicked back watching TV in this with a massager on, it'd be gangster.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice heated chair. It does have heat. I did not check out the mouse pad yet. How's the garden doing? Garden's doing its thing.
Yeah, we're getting into dormant season. It's starting to get down into the 50s at night.
Yeah.
So
I replanted some stuff today though.
yeah.
I pulled the Cuban oregano out of the garden bed.
Okay.
And the two that were in the pots and planted them over by the sapodilla tree that's over there. So.
Love that.
Somebody said for 2K, you'd think there'd be a lock on them. You'd think that. I would think that there might, maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know. Definitely think that we're going to switch them back out though.
Yeah.
How's your tattoo healing?
Good. Definitely need to get a touch up, but.
How long do you think you should wait before moving in with somebody? 6 months minimum.
I would say 6 months minimum. It depends on how much time and interaction you get.
I got to be honest, a year would be better. But like
Yeah.
you said, it really depends on time and interaction. I came from TikTok. My boyfriend has only been friends with him for 2 years. They met at work and no longer work together. I told him it feels disrespectful that he stays friends with him. I agree. I agree. If this is the person that made fun of your weight, he should have checked that shit.
Yeah.
If you guys just started dating and he had been friends with this dude for like 20 years, I could see how the loyalty of the friend would be more than the woman. But like if you guys have been together for more than a year and this is a serious relationship, that shit should have been checked immediately.
Yeah.
But it also says a lot. It says a lot about your man's character.
And yeah, and the kind of energies he allows around him.
Yep.
That's very low vibration for me.
I agree.
Don't want to be around that. I'm good. Somebody in the chat asked, what do we think about other women calling out women for sleeping around? Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm having chai. I don't think that. Okay, well, it depends on the sleeping around that's happening, right? Is she a known woman who's going after taken men? I think that behavior should be called out, and it should be done in a stern manner.
Privately or publicly?
Privately first. And then I think the more women that get involved in it, the more chaotic it will become. So you can't really control what's going to happen there. And at some point, it's going to become very public.
The calling out?
The calling out.
Why?
I wouldn't do it publicly. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't want to be known as one of the casualties in her string of fucking up relationships. Not in that kind of manner. But I do think that there is there are people out there who are okay with calling out publicly and think that that's the right thing to do. And like I said, eventually, as if she is going through and that's the behavior she's having and she's sleeping around with taken men, I think the more women that come together and recognize that this is a plague, you can't control how loud that gets.
I think that it should be done privately. Mm-hmm. And then if it doesn't stop you, distance yourself from that person. Now, if we're talking about like, you know, a famous person or like an internet personality or somebody that has put their life in the light, it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
If you're just talking about like social circles and people you know, those conversations should be had in private. I think the moment you start making other people's business public and start trying to shame, judgment, guilt, blame, and do all of that shit, you are poisoning your own well. You should be above that behavior.
Yeah.
You should not be associating yourself with people who do that shit. And if you have people in your social circles that do that shit, you need to remove them from your social circle, or you need to remove yourself from the social circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's a friend, I'm making things up. Say she was in a very abusive relationship and now she's getting a taste of freedom and she's sleeping around and you're concerned about that kind of risque behavior. It wouldn't be a call out conversation. It would be a private conversation of like, hey, I've noticed this dramatic shift and I want to have like a little check-in conversation with you and see where you're at. I wouldn't directly have a conversation about the sleeping around. It would be more about where are you at mentally? How are you doing? And if that's something that gets brought up in the conversation, natural flow, then we can touch on that. And it wouldn't even be something I make her feel bad about. Yeah.
Somebody asked about Bane again. We've touched on the dog things a lot, guys. Bane is now the dog to somebody who is very special needs, and he's working on being
a seizure
detective dog. How can you get through to your partner who is in a mentally bad spot and you've tried talking? What do you mean get through? Why not be there for them? How do I get through to them? Sounds like it's a you thing. Like, I need this. I need to get through to them. My partner's going through something right now and I need to be there for them.
That's how I would look at it.
That's how I would look at it too. How can I be there for them? Chantel said, so I'm dating this guy. We're casually dating. He buys us fly passes so we can see each other. He lives in Portland. I live in Utah. So a month in, we're good. We're talking a lot. Then after a month and the
suspense.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the next one. What a thing to post in the chat.
He expects me to forgive. Wait, that's not the same chat. All right. A lot after a month and like it's my past trauma, but I'm trying to figure out if I should just something obviously didn't come through.
Yeah, we're missing some context.
It might be the chat. Nope, it's not the chat.
Okay.
It's missing context. Any cool stuff happened during that 3i Atlas thing for you guys? Nope, it didn't. Sarah asked if this is a premiere. It is not. We are live. Just hanging out, doing a Q&A, bullshitting for a little bit. How would you address feeling stagnant in a relationship? I've tried, but maybe I'm not approaching it correctly. Where are you stagnant? Where in your relationship are you stagnant? Are you trying to become engaged or married and that's not a thing? Has sex decreased? No
more interesting conversations.
Right. What is stagnant in the relationship? Yeah. I've been courting someone for about 2 months. He's been MIA for 2 days. My BPD is going crazy. I believe it.
I believe that too.
There's no reason for anyone to go radio silent for 2 days.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an intentional, I'm punishing you for something.
Or like you're going to be on an episode of I Shouldn't Be Alive in the next 6 months.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much, guys, to send a text message and be like, hey, I'm having bad mental health. I'm going to go radio silent for a few days. Yeah. I'll reach out when I'm in a better space.
Nothing about you. Don't take it personal.
Right.
Need to recharge.
Even if it is about you.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much to send a message.
Yeah.
But if you're courting and it's been 2 months and you guys have been radio silent for 2 days and they're okay with that, are you willing to move forward in a relationship with somebody who is willing to conduct themselves in that manner? This could be one of those red flags that you need to recognize early on, that this is the way that somebody behaves, and that's not, going to work for you. I have a question about how I should softly go about asking him to stop putting his insecurities onto me because I'm here to help when he's feeling insecure. That's a very broad statement.
Yeah, what does that look like?
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, why are you allowing people to put you in positions where you are not okay with the situation?
Yeah.
And then stick around.
And just accept it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're choosing. This is boundary setting 101. Hey, you're currently doing this. I don't like this. And if you continue to do this, I'm not fucking with you no more. If you're less than a year in on a relationship, this is a really good time to be like, hey, we're not meant for each other. You're a dope individual, but this doesn't work. Let's just be friends and go on about your fucking life. Instead of trying to force your perspective and the way that somebody's supposed to act onto them and hoping that they comply with it. This isn't who they are. You trying to make them be that way is not going to benefit you or win in any way, shape, or form, because you're trying to mold someone into being something that they're not. You're courting. You're in a new relationship. You guys live in other states. You're long distance. That's not a real relationship to me. Courting is not a real relationship to me.
I agree.
This ain't it.
Yeah.
Deuces. Do you two homeschool your children? Not yet. We will be. That's actually a really, really, really big thing for us. And we want to get to the point where our children are in 5th grade. We want to get them through elementary school. There's things that they're getting from their elementary school where we're at that we would struggle to provide.
Yeah.
And we're not dumb about it. Like, we're very aware that those are not strong suits, like speech therapy and things of that nature. So come 5th grade, though, they're going to graduate 5th grade, and that's going to be their graduation from public school.
Yeah. Yep, I'm going to be homeschooled. Definitely have connections with friends that they have at school, so those relationships will continue to be facilitated. And
Yeah.
they'll have social interactions and whatnot.
If I send an email asking for advice on how to handle my anger with my BPD when my autistic son's tantrums get the best of me, would you read it? Maybe. If it makes it past the screeners. If you guys want to, speed that up, become a member of our Patreon. Patrons get an elevated access, like their emails get pushed to the top. What, you're not a speech therapist? I feel lied to. LOL. Oh, LMFAO, not LOL. The loneliness epidemic leads to rushed relationships from my point of view. It's okay to hold a high standard in your meaningful relationships and move along when things don't mesh. I fucking agree. Do you know what program you're going to be using for homeschooling? Do you know what program?
I have a couple of options right now. There are new things in the works. So we have a couple of years before 5th grade happens, before 6th grade happens. And I want to see where things go. So I have 2 to 3 options right now, but I'm aware that I still have some years to make that decision, and that I'm open to new things coming into my field of view.
Yeah, I want to unschool.
Yeah.
Oh, super chat. Guaranteed to read super chats, guys. Rachel said, I worry about my boyfriend's mental health. He plays video games every day after work, and it affects our home life. How can I encourage him to do more for himself? Video games is escapism. Make no mistake about it. Whether he enjoys it or truly enjoys it, he could be grinding. I don't know what he plays. There are things that are reward systems, and there's wins, and like there's community that's involved in video games. Video games is not a simple thing. The reality is that there is something going on in his life that he's getting out of the video games that he's not getting out elsewhere. And if he's willing to sacrifice his home life for the digital world, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I enjoy playing video games. There's times where I get on every single day and I play for hours at a time when I have the ability to do it. And there's times like This week, I got on for like 15 minutes. I played 2 games and shut it off. It goes through cycles with me. When I realize that I'm using it because I'm bored and I'm escaping, it's very different than if I'm doing it because my friends are on and I want to play video games, right? But you need to have a conversation with them. You need to tell them, like, look, I feel like your video games are starting to disrupt the flow of our household. And I don't feel like you're present when you're here because you are engaged in something else. I would like to have you here. I would like to have you engaged with us. I would like to have you present in the home. DR said, joining Patreon and gaining access to the Discord has been such a blessing. Nothing but a group of people who want to do better and be better. Thankful for the opportunity. Thank you guys for the super chats. I see them coming through. There's no text though. They're just blank super chats. Dear friends, how do I start to relieve my heart of anger and animosity that comes from a past mess ups and self-hatred? My anger feels like it's holding me back from fully being the person I need to be. You need to start journaling. You need to start looking at your life in from an outside perspective. Holding on to all of that shit's not going to make you any better. It's gonna make your life worse. Relieve my heart of anger and animosity that comes from past mess ups and self-hatred. Okay, so let's address the previous mistakes. Everything that's happened in your life up until this point is done. It's happened. Unless you are currently going through something like a court case or legal battles or trying to get a new job, going to college, whatever, everything that has come and gone in your life is exactly that. It has come and gone. And if you are living in a position where you are constantly reliving your past and you are living in things that happened 6 months or a year or 2 years ago, you're not living in the present. You are living in a time that no longer exists. And what you're doing is actually hurting yourself by choice. You should be living in today with the hopes of a good tomorrow, because tomorrow doesn't exist yet. It'll never be here. And the past has already happened.
Got a message from Nana. I was just double checking stuff. I am going to have to do an Amazon order today, babe.
Okay.
So I'll be using my credit card.
Okay. Wait, why? You mean for the house?
Huh?
You mean a food order for here?
No, not food, an Amazon order.
Well, can we talk about this off the podcast when I can focus on it and not have to worry about...
I'm letting you know now in case I forget later.
Okay. Peaches, when another woman comes on to Chris, how do you feel and how do you handle it?
I'm enraged. Instant anger. Because, bitch, I know you see me. To my knowledge, my husband has never been approached by a woman by himself in public while we've been together.
I have a pretty extreme fuck you face in public.
Yeah. So there's only been 2 instances where I feel like women have been appropriate towards you. Inappropriate? Yeah, that's what I said.
You said appropriate. I was just making sure I was understanding the conversation.
Okay.
That wasn't a correction.
Okay. They have been inappropriate in my presence towards you. And both times I wanted to set shit on fire.
But you didn't.
I didn't. No, I didn't. The first instance, I actually held my shit together for 2 hours. We had a quiet text conversation about it. And then there was a conversation about 8 hours later after that. So it was a lot of coping and recognizing that I'm the only person bothered in the situation. And if you had seen or recognized what was happening, you would have checked it in the moment too. So I wasn't mad at you or felt like you had been disloyal to our relationship or crossed any boundaries. It was, I'm protective and I'm territorial. And my husband's mine. I know what I got, and you're not going to take it from me. You seductive enchantress. Get out of here. But it's Not all conversations need to happen in the moment. And just because you're feeling a certain way doesn't mean that the world's ending.
Right. Jenny said, 2 days. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, bitch.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. Just want to say thank you for what you do. I think I've already told you guys, but thank you so much for everything. You've helped me leave my last toxic relationship, and I appreciate it so much.
You are welcome.
Those are all super chats. What if your partner is too friendly with girls and always tells your girlfriends about your sex life? Okay, so
right?
well, I'm going to speak in like a not all men or not all women, but I'm going to say when men, so don't take it as I'm saying all men do this. I know for a fact with people that I know that brag about their sex life to other women that are there, it's because they're hoping that they'll get an in.
Right. They're looking for a... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
There's no reason for that conversation to happen. Like you bragging like you want your girlfriend, you want your woman's girlfriends to think about you doing the deed. Like you want them to think about you having sex so that like you're hoping that there will be a silent text message or a DM or something that's going to come through that there could be some foul shit happening. I truly, truly believe that in most cases, that's the scenario. On the other side of that coin, bragging about your sex life because it's amazing and feels good because most people's sex life sucks.
That is true.
But I would do that to everyone. Like if they're only doing it to in front of your girlfriends, and like that's a problem. If you've had the conversation of, hey, it makes me uncomfortable when you talk about our sex life, that's a problem because you've already had a discussion about how you don't want that to happen anymore. A lot that goes into that. Emily sent a super chat. How do you cope when your husband promised to sell the house tied to his family and move forward with adopting your daughter, but neither has happened and it's breaking your trust and peace at home? Have you actually said that to him? You have said you were going to do these things and you have not followed through with what you said you were going to do. It is making me no longer trust you and it's starting to disrupt our peace. Have you actually said that?
I have noticed from somebody in the chat that there is a little bit of an obsession with my husband saying your name, and it's starting to make me a little bit uncomfortable.
What are you talking about?
I would appreciate it. It's been multiple live streams. Repeated, and I've noticed it, and it's starting to build up in me, so I'm saying something, and I would appreciate it if that cooled down a little bit.
I actually didn't even say her name this time, so it wasn't a matter of right or wrong. I was just reading super chats.
Yeah.
I sent him to help my friend, and she texted me to tell me he was flirty, and I told her about how he pleases me and how he has done it before with my other friends in my presence. Why are you telling your girlfriends about your sexual escapades with your man in detail?
Right.
He has a girl he does work on her car, and he calls her nicknames like Goof and such.
Yeah, that's...
He normally has them come to him, but he goes to her for work on her car. Yeah, there's a lot of inappropriate shit happening there. The real question is, okay, aside from all of the things that you laid out, right? This is an honest, for all of you listening, this is an honest way to judge your life. Regardless of what's happening, the things that are happening, how is it making you feel? It doesn't matter if other people view it as right or wrong. If X, Y, and Z happens and it makes me feel like this, it doesn't matter the circumstances. It doesn't matter the opinion. It doesn't matter what they're doing, the logistics. The reality is X, Y, and Z happened and you feel like the person that you are with, if they love you, is going to try to nurture that situation so that you don't feel like X. You want to feel good about your relationship. You want to feel safe and secure and trusted. If you don't feel safe, secure, and you don't trust your partner because of these things that are going on, that's the problem. The situation of the name calling, the flirting, the talking about the sex life, the going to other people's houses, these are all external things that lead up to you feeling the way that you do. But the fact is you feel the way that you do. Babe, these are the things that are going on in life right now that are making me feel like I'm not a priority. I don't feel secure in our marriage. I'm starting to not trust you. What can we do to resolve these problems? And they go, well, why do you feel that way? Because the cute nicknames, the flirting, you talking about our sex life, these are all things that are problematic for me. And if moving forward, this continues to happen and I continue to feel the way that I'm feeling, this isn't going to work. We are going to have run the course of our relationship and I'm going to find somebody that realizes my worth, understands my boundaries, and is willing to not fucking cross them. Period. Period.
Period. I like that. It's fancy. Oh, I would like to acknowledge the apology in the chat. I appreciate that.
My partner and his mother had a disagreement recently, and neither of them have spoken. She overstepped boundaries, as I'm sure he did too. His mother means the world to him. Have any pointers on coping? This is one of those things that they need to work through their shit. There's nothing that... It's a disagreement. If this is one of those things that has been an ongoing problem over time and he's decided to write her off, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
People being mad at you is a them problem. Honestly, that's a them problem. Them being mad at you is a them problem. Your actions is a you problem, and you can correct your actions and work on being a better person, but you can't control the emotions of another human being.
You can be the one to start to mend the bridge.
Could absolutely reach out and try to.
Right. And the other person can decide to start to mend the bridge on their end, and they can meet in the middle. Excuse me. I'm also not willing to work on the bridge where the other person is shooting flaming arrows at me.
Yeah.
So if they want to watch it burn, I'm going to let it burn and put my energy elsewhere where people want to receive it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Takes twice as long to repair the bridges you've burned. Such a good song lyric. Masker Doll said, how does a couple who's in therapy and working to try to be better have a good sexual intimacy again? When it's become stressful and a chore, like we love each other and want one another. I've been injured and sick for 2 weeks. I've been injured for over a year, but I have been in pain for the last 2 weeks and I've been sick on top of it. Mm-hmm. And yesterday, midway through the day, I looked at her and I was like, I don't know what's got to happen tonight, but I need some sexy time. I'm sorry that I'm sick. We can figure out positioning if that needs to happen. I don't care about anything. That needs to be a thing tonight. And you went and took a bath and we did our thing and we remedied that. The lack of the last 2 weeks has nothing to do with my intimacy or desire. It has everything to do with me being sick in my back. There's a difference between not wanting your partner and being busy or stressed or out of commission or whatever the case may be. If both of you still want each other and there's still a sexual tension there, the sex will come. Mm-hmm. If you are trying to repair a relationship and you're trying to get back on course and you are living in a routine, you need to change your routine. If it's work, home, video games, drinking, dinner, bed, where's the time? Where's the effort being put in? Dirty text messages, flirty kitchen time, fucking, hand holding, whatever. How often are you guys even checking on each other? Peaches spends a lot of time outside.
I do.
I go outside.
Yeah.
It's hot as fuck out there, but I walk out there and be, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I miss you. Just, checking on you.
And I play video games with you.
Right. And you do this. Right. So we have that. Sexual intimacy is reclaimed by fixing the intimacy in the other aspects of your life. A hug when you come home, greeting your husband at the door goes a long fucking way to letting him know that he matters. Him making sure that you're safe goes a long way to making sure that you matter. Safety in a woman's life correlates directly to intimacy. If you guys don't feel safe and secure, you're not going to be intimate. We've read books on that. They flat out say that sexual intimacy completely goes away when a woman doesn't feel safe and secure in a relationship.
Yes.
It's also important to recognize that ladies hold the ball of intimacy in their court, so to speak. You guys are the dictator of the way that intimacy goes. We could try to be sexual and you shut that shit down more than once and we're not trying anymore. So you guys have to continue that and make sure that it goes. Anything on that?
No.
Rissa for $4.99 said, partner and I are ending our relationship after 2 years of things not working. Feeling a bit out of sorts and trying to find my new path. Any suggestions? Any suggestions?
Can you scroll back up so I can look at it?
God damn.
This fucking chat. Partner and I are ending our relationship after 2 years of things not working, feeling a bit out of sorts and trying to find my new path. Suggestions. My suggestions. This is fresh. I would take time to lick my wounds. This shit hurts right now. You know, we all know getting into a relationship that things may end. We hope it doesn't. We don't want to bear that hurt.
Right.
And go through all of that. And now that you are, it sucks. So I would take time. I would recluse if that's what I want to do. Not isolate. Don't isolate. But recluse and take time for you. Take baths, read books, binge watch shows after work instead of doing social events. Be on your phone less, texting people and talking to people. Spend time doing things that you don't disassociate doing, but do things that help distract you from overthinking. And journal.
Journal a lot.
Journal a lot.
Go on our YouTube channel and click playlists and look for You Are Not Broken.
Yeah.
I wrote an entire book
That's
on
great.
how to do all of this.
Yep, there you go.
How can I schedule a call? I need help ASAP. You have to be a part of her women's group for that. You have different tiers. The highest tier is the one that gets one-on-one calls. Otherwise, we don't do one-on-one calls.
Yeah.
Really been craving that intimacy, but I'm only 1 week postpartum. That kind is not an option. Best way to substitute for now.
What do you mean? Are you talking about sex?
Yeah.
Okay, sex and intimacy are not the same thing.
No. She said that intimacy. I meant that. I read that as that kind of intimacy. That's crazy the way that my brain filled that in.
Okay.
It's that she didn't write that though.
Right.
She wrote that intimacy, not that kind of intimacy. If you want that kind of intimacy, it's not possible right now. You need to do other things
you gotta heal.
to make you feel loved. So what makes you feel loved? Have him brush your hair. Take his boots off. Right? Like find things that make you guys feel like you are the most important thing to each other and do those things. You know, it's one of those things that like with the hair brushing, I've done that for you a couple times, but it's not a staple. Just like when you shave my head, I come out and hand you my head shaver.
Yeah.
And you just shave my head. And like we have our little intimate moment. If I'm on the couch and you walk over and hand me your hairbrush and sit on the floor, you get your hair brushed.
Yeah.
There doesn't need to be a conversation about it. Like we're watching TV. This is no different than this. At least this is giving you attention. This is giving,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Spouse and I are battling a tough spot together. It has forced us into a toxic codependency. We can't get out of this position for a couple more months. There's not a question there. That was all a statement.
I know. I agree with that.
I
I
don't have a whole lot more time sitting here. My back is starting to cramp pretty bad.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
What is your definition of toxic codependency?
I think that codependency is a good thing.
Yeah. My definition of toxic codependency and your definition of toxic codependency are probably not in the same field.
It's a good question. I actually do think that codependency is a beautiful thing in an actual marriage. How does one become a part of the women's group?
That's through our Patreon. So patreon.com. I don't know, / to be better. Is that it?
tobebetter.com/join.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You don't have to plug Patreon ever again unless you're telling people to join the Patreon. And then you tell them to go to tobebetter.com/join.
tobebetter.com/join.
Yeah. It's all in tiers.
It's all there. I have 3 different tiers for you to ponder and look at. They are 3 different paces. They all offer different things, and all of the women who join have been happy so far.
Will you answer this?
Peach, is Chris good at brushing hair? I always feel like dads look so lost brushing hair sometimes. My husband's great at. He puts my hair up for me.
Okay, the reason I asked you to read that is because I am a girl dad. Like I have my biological daughter's in her 20s now, and And there was a lot of her life where she lived with me without a woman. And like, I did all of those things. I've also, even though I'm bald now, at one point had really long hair. This is one of those things that like, I take pride in that. Like I could braid your hair if you wanted me to. Like, I don't think that makes me less masculine. I think it makes me a good dad.
I agree.
So like,
good husband.
When I do brush little Mrs. hair, or you ask me to do those things like that gives me a really, really fucking simple way to serve you.
Yeah.
If you're like, hey, go wash my car, I'm like, fuck. If you're like, put my hair up, I'm like, I got you. Cause it's like done.
Right.
Right.
And I feel super loved and cute, and I'm super small and dainty, and this big silverback gorilla man just put my hair up for me. And I'm the only one he does it for. My goodness.
It's funny.
Yep. Oh, it makes my heart flutter.
Can Chris braid my hair though? No. Nope. I think that unless it's your child, touching other people's hair is weird.
Yeah.
Like your woman is one thing, but like that would be like when my beard was long. If somebody touched my beard, I'd have a fucking problem with that shit.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
I like touching your beard. Thank you for giving me that privilege.
I also don't like people touching me, period, though.
Yeah.
You know what else I've started doing?
What's
This
that?
is probably not a very healthy thing.
What have you started doing that's not healthy?
When people talk to me in public, I just stare at them.
What do you mean?
I've gotten to the point where I'm not really answering people unless they're like, oh my God, I love your podcast.
Yeah.
But like when I'm out at Wawa getting us drinks, if somebody says anything, I just stare at them with my sunglasses on. And then I go back to doing what I'm doing. I don't want to talk to you. And saying that out loud it's pretty dick, but it's funny because it makes people really fucking uncomfortable.
I've experienced this. We've walked into places together and people have walked up to us, and you are usually the one who greets people, and they'll say something and I'll look at you and you'll just, and I'm like, hi. That's funny.
It's so funny.
Chris, I don't like touching people. Also, Chris is a hugger now. Yeah, I don't. My husband is a conundrum.
I am. Hugs are different though. A hug can save somebody's life.
Yeah.
You touching my beard or asking me to like, I'll brush like dirt off your shoulder if you fall over and you got dirt on your shirt. Like I'll get that off, but like otherwise don't touch me. Like unless I invite the touch, don't touch. No touchy. If I can tell somebody's going through something, I have no problem hugging them. Mm-hmm. There's a compassion there and an empathy and a want to like, you've got this. Like there's support there. Wait till somebody tries talking to you in sign language. Just when you beat the fuck out of them, be like, you throwing gang signs, bitch? Did you ever see that comedian?
I did, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm done. I'm
right.
hurting. I want to get rid of these chairs and set them on fire. We have Carrie, so I can move all this shit back before she leaves.
Okay, I don't want to do any of that.
You never do.
Perfect.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys. Toodaloo. Smooches.